Welcome back into the RX7 again. Last couple of days I've kind of ripped into it, got most of the front end panel parts off, actually gone around to the back and got the bumper off, got the tail lights off, so she's looking pretty bare. Interior, got the door handle off, get the light thing open. Interior is pretty much still the same. Gonna get in there today, want to get that dash out, which I'm bloody nervous about, to be honest, and that's purely just to get this carpet out. See, I've already damaged the corner. It was pretty damaged already, but that's okay. Pile of brackets from the engine bay. But first jobs first, I guess. Got the tape, got the pen, and I'm going to go around. Oh, there goes my water. I'm going to need that. Going to go around and mark everything. So, the likes of any of the headlight wiring, well, headlight wiring, the stuff, one that's buggered already on both sides. Going to go through and mark everything, that way I know what it is. As factory, the loom runs along the rail. It's just not good enough. The turbo sits right here and it just melts it. You can see already down there that it's seen a bit of heat, and no doubt there's some damage to the wires, so I'm going to get that out of the way. Probably run this, I dare say, along the top of the guard liner here, the place we usually move them away from in Sylvia's. But yeah, we'll get it in there, should be nicer. There's actually not a lot of this loom that needs to go in the bay from what I can see, so we'll get it a lot better. It's just messy, and most of these things weren't even plugged in when I started on it. So yeah, we'll get the loom labelled up, out of the way, get all the lines out of the way, brake lines, fuel lines. The brake lines are all going to get remade braid, and the fuel lines, not 100% sure how I'm going to do them yet, but let's get her all stripped down, get her ready. Jesus Christ, that escalated fast. All the loom's got labels on it, actually bugger all that needs to be labelled. Then she goes up, snakes up into here. Like, I can't get into there. I'm going to have to find a way, so bugger it, let's get the dash out. And boy was that a fight. Just trying to find every screw. Being an old 80s dash, she's got screws hidden away everywhere. Even under here, got a little toggle switch hidden away. Guessing it probably goes to the fuel pump or something. I don't know, some old kill switch. Won't matter, it'll get eliminated. There she is. I'll trace back those wires later on. But yeah, we need a... I'm hoping that the front body loom, if I pull it through, it'll actually disconnect. I don't know. We'll find out soon, I guess. Got to get a couple more things out of the way, and I'm going to try and get that body loom through. Oh wee. Bloody, I'll try to get the camera down in a second. Plans change fast. So, looks like that's the hole back there. It comes through the firewall. It all joins into this one bloody clusterfuck of a mess, really. To be honest, it's bad. So, we gotta think smart here. What do? As I'm holding the bloody pair of dikes in my hand, looking down, I go, let's just bloody cut all the plugs off we don't need now. What's gonna go wrong there? I mean, it's probably not the best idea, but it's one I'm looking at now. Probably going to sit on it for a bit before I actually commit to this idea. But I still want to get them through the hole. But if I've got less wires, it'll go through easier. I think I might have to come back to this one. For now, let's get all these bloody brake lines out of the way. And all the other nonsense. I think I've got it. Managed to unplug enough stuff here, so this is all loose. Also cut out a whole heap of shit. This all appears to be an alarm at some point. Some bits connected up, some bits weren't. Still got the door motors in there I gotta rip out. I hate aftermarket alarms. Absolutely despise them. Left myself a few little tails that I need to tidy up. Speaker wires as well. Bloody shit speakers. Then it's just stuff like random fuses chilling. I didn't cut a wire off that end, it was already cut. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, back to the point. I've got enough slack that I can pull this through. But I figure why make it as hard as possible. I'm going to go through here and unplug anything that doesn't need to be. There's a big bit of taped stuff here, which looks like it might just connect onto this fuse box. So I'm going to spend 5 minutes unplugging some stuff. Got a few relays as well. I'll unplug them. It's just less stuff I have to get through the hole. Should be good. Let's make this work. Jesus, that's satisfying. Not a wire in the bay anymore. Actually not much left in the bay. A little bit of conduit there. I think they just fell off. But yeah, looking inside the car, now we got a mess. All the engine loom sitting there on top of the carpet. Honestly, probably should have taken the carpet out, but it meant somewhere safe to lie on. Ah, what tag have I ripped off? Bumper lights. Lucky I know what they look like. But yeah. Next up, let's get this bloody carpet out. That way we can give it a bit of a clean. And I reckon we'll probably dye it black. At the moment it's in a pretty awful state. Even though the interior is grey, if I can get it to come out right black, we'll just do some test spots in the middle where you don't generally see. So hopefully it comes out right. Why are you chilling there? Oh, so much to do. I feel like this is where building a car becomes really daunting. When you've made a big enough dent in it that the car is effectively a piece of shit, but you haven't done anything to make it look good in any way, shape or form. Just pulling bits apart. A few more things to pull out of the bay and then it's done as well, and I can start rubbing it down. Well, big pressure wash. Then start rubbing it down, get the wire wheel out on the back, clean up that rough spots. Not going to go nuts and get rid of all the holes on this one, because it just takes too much work, and I don't want to go over the top with this car and end up with a bloody show style engine bay, not like the S15. This would be simple, absolute just clean up, grommets in the holes that aren't being used, remove bits of tape like that. Ready to really start pushing through now. We've got this RX7 in the garage next to the broken S15. Only a few small bits left in the bay. Got to drill these tags out, get the drill ready, couple of lines, a few brackets, a few plastic tabs, and then I get to spend some time with bloody an orbital, a wire wheel, probably some scotchy, and get the bay bloody prepped. The subframe and steering rack will stay in at the moment, as no point doing them until I really need to, and that way I can actually move the car, because chances are I'll be pushing it out, pushing it back in, pushing it out, pushing it back in, just as I need to. But it's nice and light. I moved it around here myself, actually sitting on, see the Evo wheels, no brakes on it, as all the rust just grabbed. But yeah, let's get these last bits off and finish her up for the day. Here's what it is. reckon that's about it for this session. This brake line here, I'm actually going to whip it off down the bottom there, as I'll run a braided line to it. I've worked it out, I'm going to run a Nissan Brake Master and booster, so just a little bit of retrofitting to make that work, but it shouldn't be too bad. So you'll run a couple of braided lines off those. This heater hose is trapped until I undo the steering column, unless I cut it. It's just these brackets. I don't know. It's either going to get cut, or the steering column's going to have to come out at some point, so that's not the end of the world. Fuel lines, this bugger here, I'm going to have to cut about 4 or 5 inches down and reflare it. The speedo cable, they can just stay there at the moment. He's in the way, but I've got to disconnect it properly from inside, and then I can just take it out. It's really only a couple of minute job, and I just seen I missed a couple of grommets and stuff there, so I'll get those off quickly. Otherwise, yeah, the bait is ready to start prepping for paint pretty much. Bloody disgusting. First things first, it'll just get pushed outside, degreased, and a hell of a pressure wash. Try and get a lot of the muck off before I even start. Bring it on. Can't wait to see this car fresh. So I'm looking over it, I'm seeing so many other things I want to do along the way. Like the windscreen. Do I pull it out to paint the car? I think I have to. It's just looking tatty. So I reckon, yeah, that'll come out. Why not? What's another little job? If I can get hold of this seal, even better. So, jump on the computer in a second, I'm going to try and find one. I'm sure they still exist.